Introduction to Emotional Intelligence and Social Skills. Imagine if you could transform every relationship and every interaction by mastering your emotions. This audiobook reveals the secrets to unlocking your emotional intelligence and social skills, empowering you to connect, communicate, and thrive in every area of life. Welcome, and thank you for tuning in. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more inspiring audiobooks, timeless stories, and thoughtful content. Your support helps us bring more great works to life. Hit that subscribe button now. Introduction. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to navigate through life's toughest challenges with grace, while others struggle, despite being highly intelligent or talented? The secret often lies in a crucial but often overlooked skill: emotional intelligence, EQ. You might be familiar with IQ, the traditional measure of intelligence, but here's the real game changer: EQ. It's not just about being smart. It's about being aware of your emotions, managing them effectively, and using this awareness to build strong, meaningful relationships. EQ is the true catalyst for success in nearly every area of life. In this audiobook, we're going to dive deep into how you can unlock the power of emotional intelligence and transform your personal and professional relationships. We will break down the essential components of EQ, explain how they work, and give you actionable tools to master each aspect. The aim is simple: to help you become more self-aware, more empathetic, and ultimately more in control of your own emotional life. But why does EQ matter? Imagine having the ability to turn stressful situations into opportunities for growth. Picture yourself maintaining calm and focus even in the most challenging circumstances. Visualize how much easier it would be to connect with others, manage conflicts, and thrive at work and at home. Emotional intelligence provides you with the tools to do all of this and more. If you've been struggling with navigating your emotions, understanding others, or even just connecting in social situations, then this audiobook is exactly what you need. We'll walk you through it step by step. But before we dive into the practical steps, let's first understand exactly what emotional intelligence is and why it holds such power in shaping our experiences. Chapter 1. Understanding Emotional Intelligence. What is emotional intelligence? At its core, emotional intelligence, EQ, is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions and the emotions of others. It's more than just being in touch with your feelings. It's the ability to navigate them in a way that benefits you and those around you. When you have high emotional intelligence, you are better equipped to handle life's challenges. You don't get overwhelmed by emotions like anger, sadness, or frustration. Instead, you manage them effectively, using them to your advantage. Imagine being able to pause, reflect, and choose how to respond instead of letting your emotions take control. That's the power of EQ. But it's not just about self-regulation. It's also about empathy and understanding how others feel. Emotional intelligence gives you the ability to see things from someone else's perspective, which is essential for building strong, trusting relationships. It allows you to communicate more effectively, resolve conflicts more smoothly, and collaborate more successfully with others. When you start to develop your emotional intelligence, you'll notice significant improvements in every area of your life: relationships, work performance, health, and overall happiness. You'll feel more centered, confident, and in control of your emotions. The best part: EQ is not something you're born with. It can be developed. You can improve your emotional intelligence at any stage of life, and doing so will create ripples of positive change that affect every interaction, decision, and outcome. The 5 core components of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is a complex concept, but it can be broken down into 5 core components. 1. Self-awareness. 2. Self-regulation. 3. Motivation. 4. Empathy. 5. Social skills. Each of these components plays a vital role in shaping how we interact with ourselves and others. In the coming chapters, we'll explore each of these in detail, but for now, let's quickly go over what each involves. Self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand your emotions as they happen. It's about being in tune with how you feel and why you feel that way. The more self-aware you are, the better you can manage your emotions and reactions. Self-regulation involves controlling your emotional responses, especially in stressful situations. It's about remaining calm and composed, no matter the external circumstances. Motivation is the ability to harness your emotions, to stay focused on your goals, and maintain a positive outlook, even in the face of setbacks. Empathy is the capacity to understand and share the feelings of others. It goes beyond simply sympathizing. It involves feeling what they're feeling and using that understanding to interact more effectively. Social skills are the abilities that help you manage relationships and communicate effectively with others. This includes everything from conflict resolution to teamwork and understanding nonverbal cues. These components are interconnected. For example, you can't regulate your emotions effectively if you're not self-aware. You can't truly empathize with someone if you haven't first learned how to regulate your own emotions. Each part of emotional intelligence builds upon the other to create a complete framework for emotional mastery. Why does emotional intelligence matter? You might ask, why should I care about emotional intelligence? Isn't intelligence enough? Isn't being good at math, science, or problem solving the only thing that matters? Let's think about it for a moment. Imagine you've been promoted to a leadership role. You're expected to lead a team, solve complex problems, and deliver results. But the real test isn't just in solving problems. It's in how you manage people, how you motivate others, and how you respond to challenges. If you lack emotional intelligence, you may struggle with communication, making decisions under pressure, and handling conflicts. In short, you could struggle with the very thing that makes leadership work, the ability to connect with and inspire others. The same applies to your personal life. Whether you're in a romantic relationship, a friendship, or just interacting with family members, emotional intelligence helps you understand and respond to the feelings of others. It enables you to create stronger, more meaningful relationships and helps you avoid unnecessary drama or misunderstandings. Emotional intelligence is the key that unlocks deeper, more fulfilling connections. Whether you're leading a team at work, managing a household, or simply navigating day-to-day social situations, it's not a luxury. It's a necessity. The better you understand your own emotions, the more effectively you can work with others, and the more you'll thrive in life. The science behind emotional intelligence. Is emotional intelligence backed by science? The answer is yes. Emotional intelligence has been extensively researched over the last few decades, and numerous studies have shown that people with high EQ tend to have better mental health, stronger relationships, and greater success in their careers. One of the most significant studies on EQ was conducted by psychologist Daniel Goleman, who popularized the concept. Goleman's research showed that emotional intelligence is often more important than traditional intelligence, IQ, when it comes to predicting success in life. He argued that emotional intelligence is critical not just in leadership or social situations, but also in dealing with personal stress, making decisions, and maintaining overall well-being. Science has also shown that emotional intelligence is closely linked to the brain's ability to regulate emotions. It's not just about thinking logically. It's about feeling with emotional clarity. With EQ, your brain becomes better equipped to understand and manage feelings, both yours and those of others. Chapter 2, Self-Awareness. Imagine this. You wake up feeling restless and a little agitated. You can't quite place why, but something is off. Maybe it's the looming deadlines at work, a disagreement with a friend, or the unspoken tension at home. You feel a surge of frustration, but you're not sure how to express it. Before you know it, your emotions are controlling your day, and you're acting without thinking. Now imagine a different scenario. You wake up feeling the same way, restless and agitated, but this time, something's different. Before you jump into your day, you pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and tune into what's going on inside you. You recognize the frustration and understand where it's coming from. Instead of reacting blindly, you decide to take action with intention. You choose to communicate your feelings calmly or let go of the stress, knowing that it doesn't serve you. What's the difference between these two scenarios? Self-awareness. In the first scenario, you were at the mercy of your emotions, reacting instinctively and often impulsively. In the second, you had control because you recognized your emotional state and understood its source. Self-awareness is the first step in mastering emotional intelligence, and it sets the foundation for everything else. It allows you to see your emotions clearly, understand why they occur, and then choose how to respond instead of letting them dictate your actions. This is exactly what we'll explore in this part: how to cultivate self-awareness so that you can start to manage your emotions with intention and clarity. Trust me, this skill is transformative. Once you develop it, you'll notice a profound shift in how you approach challenges, handle stress, and interact with the world around you. It's the first step toward becoming the person you want to be. What is self-awareness? At its core, self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand your emotions as they arise. It's about paying attention to what you're feeling, why you're feeling it, and how those emotions influence your thoughts and behaviors. But it goes deeper than just acknowledging that you're feeling frustrated, happy, or sad. Self-awareness is the ability to observe your emotions without judgment, to see them for what they are, and to understand the underlying causes. You might think this is something simple. After all, we all experience emotions, right? But if you really think about it, how often do you stop and truly pay attention to your feelings? How often do you take a moment to reflect on why you're feeling the way you do? Most of us go through life on autopilot, reacting to situations without ever really understanding why we feel the way we do or how those emotions affect our decisions. Self-awareness invites us to break that cycle. It's not just about recognizing emotions like anger or happiness. It's about getting curious about those emotions. It's about asking yourself questions like, why am I feeling this way? What triggered this emotion? How is this emotion influencing the way I'm thinking and behaving? When you develop self-awareness, you start to see patterns in your emotional life. You begin to notice what makes you anxious, what inspires you, and what causes you to shut down. You start to understand how your emotions impact your decisions, allowing you to make more conscious choices. Why is self-awareness important? Self-awareness is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence because it provides the foundation for everything else. Without self-awareness, you can't regulate your emotions, empathize with others, or build meaningful social connections. It's like trying to drive a car without knowing how to read the dashboard. If you don't know what's going on inside of you, you can't effectively respond to the world around you. The benefits of self-awareness go beyond just emotional mastery. When you are more self-aware, you become more in tune with your values, strengths, and weaknesses. This clarity allows you to make better decisions in all areas of life. You'll know what truly matters to you, and you'll be able to prioritize accordingly. Self-awareness also improves your relationships. The more you understand yourself, the better you can communicate with others and relate to their feelings. It's not about being perfect or never having negative emotions. It's about knowing how to deal with them in healthy, constructive ways. In the workplace, self-awareness is crucial for effective leadership and collaboration. Leaders with high self-awareness can manage their emotions and make rational decisions even under pressure. They can also recognize their own biases and blind spots, leading to better decision-making and more equitable treatment of others. Similarly, people with high self-awareness tend to have more fulfilling personal relationships because they can communicate their emotions clearly and navigate conflicts with empathy. So why wait? If you want to improve your life and develop more meaningful connections with yourself and others, self-awareness is your first step. How to develop self-awareness? Now that we've established why self-awareness is so important, let's dive into how you can develop it. Self-awareness is a skill that can be cultivated through practice and intention. Here are some strategies to help you enhance your self-awareness. 1. Mindfulness meditation. Practicing mindfulness can help you become more attuned to your emotions. Spend a few minutes each day focusing on your breath and observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. 2. Journaling. Writing about your emotions and experiences can provide insight into your emotional patterns. Reflect on your feelings regularly and explore the reasons behind them. 3. Feedback from others. Seek honest feedback from trusted friends or colleagues. They can provide perspectives on your behavior that you might not see yourself. 4. Emotional check-ins. Set aside time throughout your day to check in with your emotions. Ask yourself how you're feeling and why. 5. Self-reflection questions. Regularly ask yourself questions like, what emotions am I experiencing? What triggered these feelings? How have my emotions influenced my actions today? By incorporating these practices into your daily routine, you can enhance your self-awareness, leading to greater emotional intelligence and a more fulfilling life. Self-awareness. Recognizing your emotions. Self-awareness is a skill, not an innate trait, which means you can improve it with practice. Here are some actionable steps to enhance your self-awareness. 1. Start a daily reflection practice. One of the most effective ways to increase self-awareness is through regular reflection. Journaling is a powerful tool for this. Set aside time each day to write down your thoughts and feelings. Don't worry about grammar or structure. Just let your thoughts flow freely. Reflect on your emotional experiences throughout the day. What made you happy? What upset you? How did you respond? Writing things down helps you gain clarity and insight into your emotions. You can also track patterns in your emotional life. For example, you might notice that certain situations or people trigger specific emotions. This awareness can help you anticipate your responses and make more intentional choices in the future. 2. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, you can become more aware of your emotions as they arise. When you notice yourself feeling a strong emotion, take a moment to breathe and observe the feeling without judgment. Notice how it feels in your body and where it's coming from. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? What do I need right now? Mindfulness also helps you recognize your thoughts and how they influence your emotions. When you catch yourself thinking negatively or self-critically, you can choose to replace those thoughts with more positive, supportive ones. 3. Get feedback from others. Sometimes, we are not fully aware of how our emotions affect others. Asking for feedback from trusted friends, family members, or colleagues can help you gain a clearer perspective on how you show up in the world. Ask them how they perceive your emotional responses in various situations. Are you calm and composed, or do you tend to react? Do you communicate your feelings clearly, or do you bottle them up? Honest feedback is an invaluable tool for increasing self-awareness. 4. Practice emotional check-ins. Throughout the day, take a moment to check in with yourself. Ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Are you tense, happy, anxious, or excited? What's going on inside of you? You can set reminders on your phone to do this several times a day or incorporate it into your existing habits, like when you wake up or before you go to bed. The goal of these check-ins is to become more aware of your emotions in real time. This allows you to intervene before emotions spiral out of control and helps maintain emotional balance. 5. Examine your core values. Self-awareness isn't just about understanding your emotions. It's also about understanding your core values. When you're clear on what matters most to you, you can make decisions that align with your values. Spend some time reflecting on your personal values. What principles guide your actions? What do you stand for? When you align your actions with your values, you'll feel more authentic and fulfilled. Conclusion: embracing your emotional journey. Self-awareness is the gateway to emotional intelligence. It's the first step on your journey to becoming the best version of yourself. Once you understand your emotions, you can start to manage them, respond to life's challenges with clarity and calm, build better relationships, and make decisions that align with your true values. As you continue to practice self-awareness, remember that it's not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about getting better every day at recognizing and understanding your emotions. In the next part of this audiobook, we'll explore the second core component of emotional intelligence: self-regulation. Once you've cultivated awareness of your emotions, you'll need the skills to manage them effectively. So keep reflecting, keep checking in with yourself, and remember that every step you take toward greater self-awareness is a step toward a more fulfilling life. Chapter 3: Self-regulation. Imagine this. You are in a meeting at work, tensions are rising, and someone makes a comment that gets under your skin. The old you would have snapped, said something you'd regret, and the conversation would have spiraled into conflict. But today, something is different. Instead of reacting immediately, you pause. You feel the rush of frustration, but instead of letting it control you, you take a deep breath, focus on your breathing, and allow the feeling to pass. You choose to respond calmly, with clarity and focus, and steer the conversation back on track. You've just exercised the powerful skill of self-regulation. This is what emotional intelligence is all about. Not letting your emotions control you, but mastering them. Self-regulation is the ability to manage your emotions, especially in challenging or high-stress situations, so that you can respond calmly and effectively. When you master self-regulation, you're not just reacting to the world around you. You're taking control of how you show up in every moment. It's about choosing how to respond rather than letting your emotions dictate your actions. Self-regulation is one of the most powerful tools in your emotional intelligence toolkit. It helps you stay composed in stressful situations, make better decisions, and avoid rash actions that you might regret later. The best part? Self-regulation can be learned, just like any other skill. By the end of this chapter, you'll understand how to strengthen this crucial component of emotional intelligence. What is self-regulation? At its core, self-regulation is the ability to manage your emotional responses during stressful or challenging moments. It's about controlling your impulses, staying calm under pressure, and avoiding emotional outbursts that could harm relationships or derail your goals. Instead of letting your emotions hijack your actions, you consciously choose how to respond, making decisions that align with your long-term objectives rather than acting impulsively based on immediate emotional reactions. Consider how often we let emotions get the best of us. Maybe you've been in a situation where someone said something offensive, and your initial reaction was to lash out or shut down. In those moments, emotions like anger, frustration, or anxiety take over, leading us to react without thinking. The beauty of self-regulation is that it empowers you to take a step back before acting. It's the ability to recognize when emotions are building up inside you and make the conscious decision to channel them constructively. Self-regulation isn't just about controlling negative emotions like anger or frustration. It's also about managing positive emotions like excitement or joy. Sometimes our positive emotions can be just as disruptive as negative ones, especially when they lead to impulsive decisions or overexuberance. Self-regulation helps you maintain a balanced, thoughtful approach to every situation, regardless of how you're feeling in the moment. Why self-regulation matters? You might be thinking, isn't it natural to react to emotions? Why should I have to control them? While it's completely natural to feel emotions, self-regulation is important because it allows you to choose your response rather than being driven by your emotions. Life is full of unexpected situations, stressful deadlines, difficult conversations, conflicts with others. If you let your emotions take over in those moments, you're more likely to act in ways that don't align with your values, hurt your relationships, or hinder your progress. Self-regulation helps you remain aligned with your goals and values. When you stay calm and composed, you can make decisions that support your long-term well-being rather than being swept up in temporary emotional reactions. For example, if you're in conflict with a colleague and let anger drive your response, you might escalate the situation and damage the relationship. However, if you regulate your emotions, you can express your feelings respectfully and find a solution that benefits everyone in the workplace. Self-regulation is essential for effective leadership. Leaders who can manage their emotions and stay calm under pressure are better able to make sound decisions, inspire their teams, and create a positive work environment. On a personal level, self-regulation can improve your relationships by helping you respond to others with empathy and understanding rather than reacting impulsively or defensively. It also plays a key role in mental health. Chronic stress, anxiety, and anger can take a toll on your well-being. But when you learn to regulate your emotions, you can better manage these feelings and reduce their negative impact on your health. The more you practice self-regulation, the more resilient you become in the face of challenges, and the better you are at maintaining your emotional equilibrium. How to improve self-regulation? The good news is that self-regulation is a skill you can develop over time. It's not about suppressing your emotions. It's about learning to manage them in a way that serves you and others. Here are some practical techniques to help strengthen your self-regulation. 1. Practice the pause. One of the most effective tools for self-regulation is to pause before reacting in emotionally charged situations. Our natural instinct is to react quickly, but this impulsive response often leads to regret later on. By simply taking a moment to breathe and pause, you create space between the emotion and your reaction. This pause gives you the opportunity to assess the situation, gather your thoughts, and choose a response that aligns with your values and goals. Next time you feel your emotions rising, try this. Stop, breathe, and count to 5. This gives you a few moments to center yourself and decide how to handle the situation. 2. Reframe your thoughts. Our emotions are often triggered by how we interpret situations. For example, if someone cuts you off in traffic, your immediate thought might be, "What a jerk. How dare they?" This leads to feelings of anger and frustration. Self-regulation involves reframing your thoughts to manage your emotional response. You can choose to interpret the situation differently. Perhaps they're in a hurry or didn't see you. By changing your perspective, you reduce the emotional charge of the situation and can stay calm. Reframing allows you to see the bigger picture and focus on what you can control rather than letting your emotions dictate your response. 3. Use grounding techniques. When your emotions are running high, grounding techniques can help you stay centered. Grounding is the practice of using your senses to bring you back to the present moment. You can do this by focusing on something physical, like the feel of your feet on the ground or the sensation of your breath as it enters and exits your body. Grounding helps you move out of your head, where emotions run wild, and back into your body, giving you more control over how you respond. 4. Develop emotional awareness. Self-regulation starts with emotional awareness, the ability to recognize your emotions as they arise. By paying attention to your emotions and identifying them in real time. You can catch them before they escalate. This means learning to notice the physical sensations that accompany certain emotions. For example, when you feel anger building, you might notice your chest tightening, your jaw clenching, or your hands becoming tense. These physical signals are your body's way of alerting you to an emotional shift. Once you recognize these signals, you can take steps to regulate your emotions. If you notice tension in your body, you might take a deep breath or practice progressive muscle relaxation to calm down. 5. Practice stress relief techniques. Stress is one of the biggest triggers for emotional reactivity, so it's important to have tools in place to manage stress effectively. Regular practice of stress relief techniques, such as deep breathing, meditation, or exercise, can help you stay calm and focused. When your body and mind are in a relaxed state, you're less likely to overreact in stressful situations. Consider incorporating daily stress relief practices into your routine. Even a few minutes of deep breathing or meditation each day can help build emotional resilience over time. 6. Develop healthy coping strategies. Self-regulation isn't just about managing your emotions in the moment. It's also about building resilience so you can handle difficult emotions more effectively in the future. One key way to do this is by developing healthy coping strategies. This might include talking to a trusted friend, journaling about your feelings, or engaging in activities that help you feel grounded, such as yoga or creative hobbies. The more you develop positive coping strategies, the better equipped you will be to navigate emotional challenges in the future. Chapter 4. Motivation. Fueling your drive for success. Introduction. Unlocking the power of motivation. Have you ever experienced that feeling of being stuck when you know what you need to do, but something is holding you back from taking action? Maybe it's that goal you set for yourself that's been on your to-do list for months, or the project at work that you know could make a huge difference, but can't seem to start. We've all been there. Those moments when the motivation to take action just seems to elude us. But what if I told you that motivation isn't just something you wait for? It's not a fleeting, mysterious force that you either have or don't have. In fact, motivation is a key pillar of emotional intelligence, and it's something you can actively cultivate and harness to drive you forward, no matter the challenge. Motivation is the energy that propels you to take action, set goals, and push through obstacles. Whether those obstacles are external, like a tough project at work, or internal, like self-doubt. In this chapter, we will unlock the secrets to lasting motivation, what it is, why it's essential for emotional intelligence, and how to cultivate it in your own life. Whether you're trying to achieve personal goals, excel in your career, or improve your relationships, motivation is the fuel that powers your actions. But it's more than just wanting something badly. It's about understanding the deeper emotional drivers behind your desires and tapping into them to propel you toward success. Are you ready to discover how to turn that inner drive into tangible, positive results? Let's dive in. What is motivation? At its core, motivation is the emotional drive that pushes you to take action toward a specific goal. It's the energy that moves you from thinking about something to actually doing it. Whether it's the desire to lose weight, advance your career, or improve your relationships, motivation is the spark that ignites your actions. However, motivation is more complex than simply feeling driven toward a goal. There are different types of motivation, and understanding them is key to using them effectively. In psychological terms, motivation is often divided into two primary categories. 1. Intrinsic motivation. This type of motivation comes from within. It's when you do something because you find it inherently rewarding or fulfilling. For example, you might enjoy painting because it brings you a sense of peace and accomplishment, not because someone is going to pay you for it. Intrinsic motivation is often more sustainable because it's driven by your internal values and interests. 2. Extrinsic motivation. This type of motivation comes from external factors. It's when you do something because you're seeking a reward or trying to avoid punishment. For example, you might work hard on a project at work to get a promotion or a bonus. While extrinsic motivation can be effective for achieving short-term goals, it's typically less sustainable than intrinsic motivation. As you'll see, intrinsic motivation is the most powerful force for long-term success. When your motivations align with your personal values and goals, you'll feel a sense of purpose that carries you through even the toughest challenges. However, external motivators like deadlines, accountability partners, or the desire for rewards can also help you stay focused and take action when necessary. The key is to find a balance between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation and use both to propel you forward. Why motivation is essential for emotional intelligence. Motivation is the driving force behind emotional intelligence because it directly impacts how you respond to your emotions, set and achieve goals, and maintain focus over time. Without motivation, the other components of emotional intelligence, self-awareness, self-regulation, and empathy don't carry much weight. Why? Because motivation bridges the gap between emotional control and real-world success. Consider this. If you're self-aware and can recognize when you're feeling stressed or anxious, and you have the ability to calm yourself down and stay composed, that's fantastic. But without motivation, those skills won't lead to tangible results. You'll be calm, but won't be moving toward your goals. You'll be aware of your feelings, but won't take steps to address them productively. Moreover, motivation helps you maintain a positive mindset. When you're motivated, even the toughest obstacles seem surmountable. You see challenges as opportunities to grow and setbacks as temporary detours rather than failures. Motivation fuels persistence, and persistence is key to overcoming any difficulty. The science behind motivation. Understanding the psychology of drive helps us grasp how motivation works. One powerful theory is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which suggests that human beings are motivated by different layers of needs, from the most basic to the more complex. According to Maslow, our motivation is driven by 5 levels of needs. 1. Physiological needs. These are basic survival needs like food, water, and shelter. 2. Safety needs. Once physiological needs are met, we seek safety and security in our lives, both physical and emotional. 3. Love and belonging needs. As social beings, we are motivated to connect with others, form relationships, and feel a sense of community. 4. Esteem needs. This level involves the desire for respect, recognition, and achievement. It's the motivation to feel valued and competent. 5. Self-actualization. At the top of the pyramid is the need for personal growth, creativity, and achieving one's full potential. This is the ultimate goal for many people and involves pursuing activities that are deeply fulfilling. Maslow's theory shows that motivation is not just about external rewards. It's also about fulfilling deeper emotional needs. As you climb the hierarchy, you move from basic survival toward self-fulfillment. When your motivation aligns with self-actualization, the desire to grow, learn, and live authentically, your actions are more likely to be meaningful and fulfilling. How to cultivate lasting motivation. Now that we understand what motivation is and why it's so important, let's explore practical ways to cultivate and sustain it in your life. Motivation doesn't just appear out of thin air. It's something you can nurture and build day by day. Here are some proven strategies for strengthening your motivation and keeping it alive. 1. Set clear, meaningful goals. One of the best ways to ignite and sustain motivation is by setting clear and meaningful goals. When you have a specific goal in mind, you know exactly what you're working toward, and that clarity makes it easier to stay focused and committed. Your goals need to be aligned with your values and purpose. 2. Find your why. Understanding the why behind your goal is crucial for motivation. What is the deeper purpose behind it? When you connect your goal to a meaningful emotional driver, whether it's improving your health, building a better future for your family, or making a positive impact on others, you create a stronger emotional connection to the goal. 3. Break goals into manageable steps. Large goals can feel overwhelming, and when we feel overwhelmed, motivation tends to slip away. The key is to break down big goals into smaller, manageable steps. Instead of focusing on the massive task ahead, focus on what you can do right now. 4. Celebrate your progress. Motivation thrives on momentum. The more you accomplish, the more motivated you'll feel to continue. Celebrate your small wins along the way, whether it's treating yourself to a small reward after completing a task or simply acknowledging how far you've come. 5. Stay accountable. Accountability is a powerful motivator. When you share your goals with someone, whether it's a friend, family member, or colleague, you're more likely to stay committed to them. Regular check-ins with an accountability partner can help you stay on track and motivated, especially during challenging times. Conclusion: cultivating a lifelong source of motivation. Motivation is the fuel that powers your goals and drives you to take action. It's not something that just comes and goes. It's something you can actively cultivate by aligning your goals with your values, finding your deeper why, and celebrating your progress along the way. By tapping into the emotional drivers behind your goals and using strategies like goal setting, reframing, and accountability, you'll build a steady stream of motivation that carries you toward success, even when the journey gets tough. Chapter 5. Empathy, the heart of emotional intelligence. Imagine you're having a conversation with a friend who's going through a difficult time. They're sharing their feelings, frustrations, and hopes. Instead of simply nodding along, you truly listen to them. You don't just hear their words. You feel what they're feeling. You can almost sense their pain or joy. As you listen, you don't rush to offer solutions or advice. Instead, you allow them to fully express themselves. In that moment, they feel seen, heard, and understood. This is the magic of empathy. Empathy is more than just understanding someone else's feelings. It's about feeling those emotions yourself, putting yourself in another person's shoes, and experiencing the world through their eyes. In the world of emotional intelligence, empathy is often seen as the heart of the entire framework. It's the ability to connect with others on a deeply emotional level, transcending the surface and truly understanding their experiences, perspectives, and needs. Imagine being able to engage in any conversation with confidence, handle challenging situations gracefully, and foster genuine connections with the people around you. Sounds pretty powerful, doesn't it? In this chapter, we're going to dive into the importance of social skills and how they play a central role in emotional intelligence. We'll explore how mastering these skills can improve your personal and professional relationships and enhance your ability to collaborate, lead, and thrive in a variety of social situations. What are social skills? Social skills are the behaviors and strategies that allow you to interact effectively and harmoniously with others. They include everything from communication and listening skills to empathy and conflict resolution. Social skills are how we build relationships, navigate complex social dynamics, and manage our interactions with others in both personal and professional settings. At their core, social skills are about understanding people, reading social cues, and knowing how to respond in different situations. They involve the ability to engage in meaningful conversations, build trust, influence others, and maintain positive interactions, even when emotions run high or conflicts arise. Here are some key components of social skills. 1. Effective communication, the ability to express yourself clearly, listen actively, and understand others' points of view. 2. Conflict resolution. The ability to manage disagreements in a way that fosters understanding and resolution rather than escalating tension. 3. Influence and persuasion. The ability to inspire, motivate, and guide others toward common goals. 4. Collaboration. The ability to work well with others, whether in a team or partnership, by fostering trust, cooperation, and respect. 5. Emotional awareness in social contexts. The ability to recognize and respond to the emotions of others, ensuring that your interactions are sensitive and considerate. In short, social skills allow us to navigate the often complicated and nuanced terrain of human interaction. They make us feel comfortable in conversations, help us manage conflicts without burning bridges, and create a sense of belonging and community wherever we go. Why are social skills crucial for emotional intelligence? In the framework of emotional intelligence, social skills are the practical application of all the other components we've discussed: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, and empathy. Here's why social skills are so important. 1. They bridge emotional awareness and action. Social skills enable you to apply your understanding of your own emotions and the emotions of others in real-world social interactions. You can feel what others are feeling, and your social skills help you communicate that understanding effectively. The importance of social skills. Social skills are essential for strengthening relationships. They enable you to build and maintain strong connections based on trust, mutual respect, and effective communication. Whether you're talking to a colleague, comforting a friend, or negotiating a deal, your ability to connect with others in a positive, respectful manner is vital. 1. Navigating social dynamics. Every interaction involves social dynamics. Social skills help you read the room, gauge the emotions of others, and respond appropriately, ensuring that conversations flow smoothly. 2. Fostering collaboration. Strong social skills enable effective collaboration and cooperation. Whether leading a team, working on a project, or simply helping a friend, you can motivate others, align interests, and build relationships that drive collective success. 3. Enhancing leadership and influence. Effective leadership is grounded in the ability to connect with and inspire others. Leaders with strong social skills can influence and motivate their teams, resolve conflicts, and create an environment where people feel heard, valued, and empowered. Ultimately, social skills convert emotional intelligence into real-world action, allowing you to positively impact those around you. Key components of social skills. Let's take a closer look at some key components of social skills and how to develop them. 1. Effective communication. Communication is one of the most vital social skills. It encompasses not only speaking clearly, but also listening actively. Here are ways to improve your communication. Active listening. Focus on the underlying emotions and needs of the speaker. Engage fully, reflecting back what you've heard to show understanding. Clarity and conciseness. Ensure your message is clear and direct. Avoid jargon and unnecessary detail. Nonverbal communication. Be mindful of body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice, ensuring they align with your message. 2. Conflict resolution. Conflict is inevitable, but how you handle it can significantly impact your relationships. Here's how to improve your conflict resolution skills. Stay calm and composed. Focus on responding thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Acknowledge feelings. Validate the other person's emotions and perspective. Focus on solutions. Shift the conversation toward finding a resolution rather than placing blame. 3. Building rapport and trust. At the heart of every great relationship is trust. Building rapport requires authenticity, empathy, and consistent positive interactions. Be authentic. People trust you when you are genuine and transparent. Be reliable. Consistency builds trust. Follow through on promises. Show interest. Take time to get to know others and show genuine interest in their lives. 4. Influence and persuasion. Social skills also involve the ability to influence and persuade ethically. Here's how to improve in this area. Understand others' needs. Ask questions to uncover their goals and values. Present solutions, not demands. Frame your ideas in a way that highlights mutual benefit. Use positive reinforcement. Celebrate others' contributions to keep them motivated. Conclusion: mastering social skills for success. Mastering social skills is a powerful way to enhance your emotional intelligence and create meaningful relationships. Whether advancing in your career, deepening personal connections, or becoming more comfortable in social situations, the ability to navigate social dynamics with ease and confidence is a game changer. Remember, social skills are essential for everyone who wants to thrive in our interconnected world. Chapter 7. Applying emotional intelligence in real life. In previous chapters, we explored the 5 core components of emotional intelligence: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. The big question now is, how do you put all this knowledge into action? The power of self-awareness. Self-awareness involves understanding how your emotions, thoughts, and behaviors affect your life and interactions. Here are ways to practice self-awareness. Keep a journal. Reflect daily on your emotions and what triggers them. Practice mindfulness. Engage in mindfulness or meditation to cultivate present moment awareness. Ask for feedback. Seek insights from trusted friends or colleagues about how you come across. Self-regulation. Managing emotions in real time. Self-regulation allows you to manage your emotions thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Here's how to practice it. Pause before reacting. Take a moment to breathe before responding to intense emotions. Reframe negative thoughts. Shift your mindset to maintain emotional control. Develop healthy outlets for stress. Engage in activities that help you relax, such as yoga or deep breathing. Motivation, the fuel for progress. Motivation drives your actions and persistence. Here's how to maintain it. Set clear, meaningful goals. Align your goals with your values and passions. Visualize your success. Picture achieving your goals to maintain focus. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge your progress along the way. Empathy, understanding and connecting with others. Empathy is critical for deepening connections. Here are strategies to sustain it. Listen more than you speak. Focus on truly hearing others. Put yourself in others' shoes. Imagine their perspective to respond with compassion. Be vulnerable. Sharing your own experiences fosters deeper emotional bonds. Social skills. Building lasting relationships. Social skills are the practical application of emotional intelligence. Here's how to refine them. Be mindful of nonverbal communication. Ensure your body language aligns with your message. Develop active listening skills. Show you value others' thoughts and feelings. Be adaptable. Adjust your communication style to suit different social contexts. Chapter 8. Sustaining your emotional intelligence. As you continue your journey of mastering emotional intelligence, it's essential to ensure that these practices become a long-term way of living. Here's how to maintain and strengthen your emotional intelligence. Continuous self-awareness. Self-awareness is a continuous process requiring consistent observation and reflection. Daily reflection. Spend time each day reflecting on your emotions and actions. Practice mindfulness. Stay present to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Seek honest feedback. Talk to others for insights on how they perceive you. Sustaining self-regulation. Self-regulation requires consistent practice to manage emotions effectively. Develop healthy stress management techniques. Engage in regular exercise, proper sleep, and healthy eating. Create emotional timeouts. Allow yourself to pause before reacting in stressful situations. Revisit your triggers. Identify and develop strategies to handle emotional triggers effectively. Nurturing motivation. To sustain motivation, regularly reconnect with your reasons for pursuing your goals. Revisit your why. Remind yourself of the deeper reasons behind your goals. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Acknowledge small victories along the way. Surround yourself with positive influences. Build a supportive network that inspires and uplifts you. Sustaining empathy. To maintain your capacity for empathy, listen actively. Focus on engaging fully with others. Practice perspective taking. Imagine what others might be experiencing. Encourage vulnerability. Share your experiences to foster connection. By consistently nurturing these skills, you can ensure that emotional intelligence becomes an integral part of your life, enhancing your relationships and overall well-being. Building confidence in social interactions. Whether you're working with a team, managing relationships, or interacting with clients, your social skills are constantly tested. To sustain these skills, you need to practice them in a variety of settings and consistently refine your ability to connect, communicate, and collaborate. Here's how to keep your social skills sharp. Practice active networking. Whether in person or online, make an effort to build and maintain your professional and personal networks. Networking isn't just about getting ahead. It's about creating meaningful relationships with people who can support your growth and whom you can support in return. Learn to adapt to different social contexts. Social skills are not one-size-fits-all. What works in one environment might not work in another. For example, the way you communicate in a casual conversation with friends is different from how you would engage in a business meeting. Continue to refine your ability to read the room, adjust your tone, and connect with people based on the context of the interaction. Seek feedback on your interactions. Just as with self-awareness, seeking feedback on your social interactions can help you improve. Ask others for insights on how you come across in social situations. Do you listen well? Are you engaging? Do people feel heard? Use this feedback to adjust and improve your approach. Social skills are a lifelong practice, and the more you refine them, the more successful you'll be in building lasting relationships and thriving in social situations. Chapter 10. The long-term benefits of emotional intelligence. By now, you have journeyed through the core aspects of emotional intelligence: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. You've learned strategies to cultivate and sustain these traits and taken actionable steps to integrate emotional intelligence into your daily life. But why is this all so important? What is the bigger picture that emotional intelligence helps you achieve? The truth is, emotional intelligence is a game changer, not just for your immediate success, but for your long-term happiness and well-being. The benefits of emotional intelligence are vast, touching every area of your life, from your career to your personal relationships to your mental and emotional health. In this chapter, we will explore the long-term benefits of emotional intelligence and how these benefits will continue to unfold throughout your life. Emotional intelligence and career success. Let's start with one of the most immediately impactful areas: your career. Emotional intelligence plays a huge role in professional success. It's not enough to be skilled or knowledgeable in your field. Your ability to connect with others, manage stress, collaborate with teams, and lead effectively can be just as important. Improved leadership. One of the most powerful ways emotional intelligence impacts your career is by enhancing your leadership abilities. Leaders who possess high emotional intelligence are better at motivating their teams, managing conflicts, and fostering a positive work environment. Emotional intelligence allows you to tune into the emotions of your team members, ensuring their needs are met and that they feel valued and understood. As a result, employees are more likely to stay motivated and engaged, leading to higher productivity and lower turnover. Better decision-making. High emotional intelligence improves your ability to make thoughtful, well-informed decisions. It helps you navigate complex situations by considering not only the logical aspects, but also the emotional implications. For example, when you understand your emotional responses and those of others, you're less likely to make impulsive decisions driven by anxiety or frustration. Conflict resolution. Emotional intelligence equips you with the tools to handle workplace conflicts gracefully. When you can regulate your emotions and understand the emotions of others, you can approach conflicts with empathy and understanding. This makes it easier to resolve disagreements in a way that benefits everyone involved. Increased resilience. Setbacks and challenges are inevitable in any career, but emotional intelligence helps you stay resilient in the face of adversity. By managing your emotions effectively, you can bounce back from failures or disappointments without losing your confidence. Instead of getting discouraged, you view challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. For instance, if you're going through a financial crisis, emotional intelligence helps you stay grounded rather than allowing panic to set in. You take a step back and analyze the situation logically. You may not have control over the circumstances, but you have control over how you respond to them. Focus on what you can control, whether it's cutting unnecessary expenses or seeking financial advice, and take empowered steps toward resolving the issue. Through emotional intelligence, you not only handle personal challenges better, but also create a mindset of resilience. The more you use emotional intelligence to cope with difficult situations, the more you build your emotional stamina for whatever life throws at you in the future. Emotional intelligence in health and wellness. Beyond handling conflict or stressful situations, emotional intelligence also plays a crucial role in maintaining overall well-being. Stress, anxiety, and unhealthy emotional reactions can take a significant toll on both your mental and physical health. By mastering emotional intelligence, you can protect your health and create a balanced, fulfilling life. Scenario 1. Preventing burnout. Burnout is a major concern in today's fast-paced world, especially for those juggling demanding careers, family responsibilities, and personal goals. The key to preventing burnout lies in managing your emotions and stress levels effectively. With high emotional intelligence, you can recognize early signs of burnout, like feeling overwhelmed, disengaged, or physically exhausted, and take proactive measures to prevent it from escalating. For instance, if you notice yourself feeling drained at work, emotional intelligence encourages you to prioritize self-care. This might mean taking breaks throughout the day, saying no to additional tasks, or finding ways to delegate responsibilities. Self-regulation helps you avoid overexertion, while self-awareness lets you acknowledge when you're nearing your limits. By practicing emotional intelligence, you can keep burnout at bay and ensure you maintain your physical and mental well-being, allowing you to continue performing at your best. Scenario 2. Managing chronic stress. Chronic stress can have lasting negative effects on your health, leading to conditions like anxiety, depression, and even heart disease. However, emotional intelligence helps you stay on top of your stress levels. Recognizing stress as it arises allows you to take action early before it takes a physical toll. For example, if you're constantly feeling tense or stressed, emotional intelligence helps you develop healthier coping mechanisms. Instead of turning to unhealthy habits like overeating or excessive drinking, you turn to mindfulness techniques such as meditation or deep breathing exercises to manage your emotions effectively. By learning to regulate your emotional responses, you improve your ability to manage stress in a way that protects your health over the long term. Conclusion and key takeaways. Throughout this audiobook, we've explored the vital role emotional intelligence, EI, plays in shaping our personal and professional lives. From understanding your emotions to managing relationships with others, EI is a skill that improves with practice and transforms how we interact with the world. Emotional intelligence is not a one-time achievement. It is a lifelong journey. As we conclude, reflect on the key pillars of emotional intelligence: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. These core components provide the foundation for growth, allowing you to navigate conflicts, handle stress, and build meaningful relationships with ease. The journey toward mastering emotional intelligence is ongoing. It's not about perfection, but about consistent practice. Every time you use EI, whether in a difficult conversation, stressful situation, or to reflect on your emotions, you grow stronger in your ability to manage life's challenges. Remember, emotional intelligence thrives when you integrate it into your everyday life. Acknowledge your emotions, respond with empathy, and practice self-regulation. With these tools, you can turn even the most challenging situations into opportunities for growth. Key takeaways: self-awareness. Continuously reflect on your emotions and understand your triggers. Self-regulation. Stay calm in difficult situations and choose your responses wisely. Motivation. Find purpose in your goals and stay driven even when faced with setbacks. Empathy. Actively listen and understand others' emotions to build strong, meaningful connections. Social skills. Cultivate healthy, constructive relationships and navigate social dynamics with ease. To continue growing your emotional intelligence, focus on mindfully practicing these skills daily, whether in the workplace, at home, or in your community. Applying EI can lead to better relationships, greater emotional resilience, and personal success. Be patient with yourself. Emotional intelligence, like any skill, takes time to develop. Final thoughts. You now have the tools to master emotional intelligence and enhance every area of your life. EI is not just a set of skills, but a way of living, one that leads to deeper connections, clearer decision-making, and greater fulfillment. Keep practicing, keep growing, and watch as emotional intelligence transforms your world. Thank you for listening to How to Master Emotional Intelligence and Social Skills. Your journey has just begun, and the skills you've learned will continue to serve you for a lifetime. Stay committed, and remember that the more you practice EI, the better you'll become at navigating the complexities of life with confidence and grace. Thank you so much for listening to this audiobook. If you enjoyed it and want to hear more amazing stories, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Your support means everything. Please like, share, and leave a comment below.